Hi, it's digitization and we bring the NCRT playlist, and so subscribe us for the NCRT playlist. And so let's begin with chapter 2. It's on the trial of the earliest peoples. So the earliest people, why they are on the move? We know about the people who lived in the subcontinent as early as 2 million years ago. Today we describe them as hunter and gatherers. We do know that primordial humans are used to live as a hunter and gatherers because they have to depend on the forest for their livelihood. As a result, they used to hunt the animals and gather the fruit from the forest. The name comes from the way in which they got their food. You can see that it's written. The name comes from the way from which they got their food. Generally, they hunted wild animals, caught fish and birds, gathered fruits, roots and nuts and seeds, leaves, stalks and eggs. The immense variety of plants in a tropical land like ours meant that the gathering plant produce was an extremely important means of obtaining food. None of these things was easy to do. There were several animals that run faster than us. Many were stronger. To hunt animals or to catch fish or birds, people need to be alert, quick, and have a strong presence of mind. It just suggests that people have to have the people need to have a mental fortitude as enough to hunt the animal. And since the animals are stronger than them, they need to have some tools to affect them. So we will later go deep into that. So let's continue with the part. To collect the plant produce, you need to find out which plant or part of plants are edible. Edible means consumable. Here, it means consumable. That is, can be eaten. As many as can be poisonous. Also, you need to find about what seasons when the fruit ripen. You do know that what the ripen means. There are at least 4 reasons why the hunter-gatherer move from place to place. First, if they had stayed at a place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plant and animal resources. Therefore, they would have to go elsewhere in search of food. So, the first one generally stands that if the people reside in a specific geographical area, they will only depend on the plant and animal residing there, and thus to maintain their livelihood, they will consume that plant and animal, and as a result, the plant and animal of that region will decrease in number, and as a result, they need to migrate to other places in search of food. The second, animals move from place to place either in search of smaller prey or in case of deer, wild cattle in search of grass and leaves. So it means second point stands that let's suppose a carnivorous animals move from place to place because they need to have some food which is a deer or any animal or any herbivores, or even it can be the carnivores because the lions, tigers, they are more likely come under the omnivorous section. So they move from place to place to maintain their livelihood. And similarly, the herbivores move from the place to place because due to overgrazing of lands. Overgrazing means the excessive consumption of the ground grasses by the herbivores plant. As a result, the grasses are not present there anymore. So they need to move from place to place. You can see that here is written. Animal move from place to place, either in search of small prey or in case of deer or wild cattle in search of grasses and leaves. So third point, plant and trees bear fruit in different seasons, so people may have moved from season to season in search of different kind of plants. So this point stands that plant yields fruit or agriculture which is based on the seasons. So people need to move from place to place because if let's suppose a fruit is yielded in the winter season, and if the people or the hunter gatherers research there in the summer season, they would not get any benefit from that area. So they need to move to a area where the plants yield the fruits or any vegetables in the summer season. That's it, the third point means. Let's go to the fourth point. People, plant and animals need water to survive. Water is found in lakes, streams, rivers. While many rivers are perennial, others are seasonal. People living on their bank would have to go in search of water during the dry seasons. Besides, people may have traveled to meet their friends, relatives. So the fourth point means that water is a major part of human life. So people need to move from place to place or reside near the water prone areas. Let's suppose the river, but there are two in this case there are two things. Some rivers are perennial and non perennial. Perennial means that the river will have the water throughout its 1 year. So generally hunter gatherers resides near the perennial river, but in case of dryness they need to move from that area. So how do we know about these peoples? How do we know about these peoples? Archaeologists have found some of the things hunter-gatherer has made and used. It is likely that people made and used tools of stone, wood, and bones, of which stone tools survive the best. One question may arrive that why the stone tools survive the best? Because wood and bones are decomposable tools, but stone is hard to decompose. It needs much more time than bone and wood. You can see the diagrams. These are the type of tools used. Okay, some of these stone tools were used to cut meat, bone, scrape, and hides. Hide means the animal skins, chop fruits and roots. Some may have been attached to handles of a bone or wood to make spears and use of an arrow for hunting. Other tools were used to chop woods, which was used as a firewood. Woods was also used to make huts and tools. So, what is the main purpose of the stone? To put it in simply, the stones are used to enhance the activities performed by the humans. Now, in the ancient India, in the ancient time, the humans perform mainly two activities: the hunting and the gathering, and they reside in the geographical area. That is not a more probably that is not a activity. So majorly the two activities performed by the ancient peoples are hunting and gathering. Now, to hunt an animal which is stronger than you need to have a tool that can benefit you while attacking the animals, and same thing for the fruits because you need to chop them. That's why, as it is written, chop fruits and roots. Okay, all the places marked below, you can go through this that evidences of hunter gatherer. Here, Burzahom, Burzahom, Mahargarh. These two sites are most important, and Bhimbetka. This Bhimbetka camp will be useful in later classes because the Bhimbetka is known for a cave. That cave is that cave has many paintings that can relate to the medieval India and ancient India. So you can remember the name, but when we will come, we will discuss that topic. Now, as stone tools are most important, people try to find places where good quality stone tools were easily available. Places where stones are found and where people made these tools are called factory sites. So, this line, factory sites, it can come as a question. What are factory sites? So, factory sites